Hi, my name is Shahbaz Ali Khan, and this is just a quick walkthrough of an information retrieval application that I built for Learning Technology Solutions at UIC. It is built on primarily the mean stack, or most of it. We're using Mongo to host our knowledge, the articles. Express and Node obviously go hand in hand. Those are being used. And then I'm using React for the front end, the UI UX. I'm going to show you the application from two views, the first one being that of the super user, and then I'm going to show you what a regular user sees. So to see what the super user sees, the first thing I'm going to do is just log in to the application. And I'm brought to the page with all the knowledge on it. Then I can search for knowledge by typing in this search box here, and as you can see, the search is responsive. So every time I press, I put in a word, a letter, the listings get updated. As you can see, there's a lot of results when I just put in Blackboard, because that is the primary tool that we support. So I'm going to go in and further filter these results by putting in something like knowledge. Alright, perfect. Now as you can see, there's only 2 articles on this, and we can switch between them like this. The left side lists all the questions, on the right we have the answer. Now super users do see an edit button at the end of every article, and in case they want to update it, this is the quickest way to update the article. Just to show you what that looks like, we'll go ahead and click the edit button, and then I'm taken to the modify screen. At the top we have a category drop down, which we can choose one of the predetermined values. These values are dynamic in the sense that they are stored in a database, and these values then get updated based off of whatever category tabs we have configured for it. Next we have the question field. This is where the question goes naturally. Then we have an RT reference number field. Now this field only applies to us because the ticketing system that UIC chooses to use is called RT, which stands for Request Tracker, and every time we put in a question, we try and put in a RT reference number in case we need to go back and check up on the case to see if the answer is actually accurate. This field is optional though. And then we scroll down to the answer box. As you can see, it does have rich media text. It's a rich media text box, so that means we can create stuff like ordered lists, unordered lists if you wanted. So just to switch this over to an ordered list, I would just select this text and hit that. It turns into an unordered list. I can bold, I can italicize, I can hyperlink. So for example, if I want to hyperlink, I just click that and type in the link there, or paste it. I can also do the same from my keyboard. So if I hit on a PC, Control I, italicize this word, the same for everything here. Italicize everything. Oh, since half of that was bolded, it bolds all of that. Now at the bottom, I can either update the question, which will update this entry in the knowledge base, or I can just cancel these changes because a lot of this stuff was not something that I wanted to preserve. I'm just going to hit cancel changes, and in fact going to discard the changes by clicking cancel the changes. And then I'm led back to the knowledge page, On the top right, when I click my name, I see a few options. The top 2 are reserved for super users, and the third one everyone has access to. I'm going to show you what submit question looks like. When I click submit question, I see again a screen very similar to the modify question. I can choose a category from the predetermined ones. As you can see, a lot of them do have Blackboard in the name. That's because Blackboard is the primary tool that we support. As of yet, that's what most of the knowledge here is about. The question here goes here. The RT reference number, as I said, was optional, and then we can put in an answer. And I can just hyperlink it by pasting a link here. Nope, that's my email. And now if I hover over it, I'll see that link appear. So now it's in fact pointing to that image. Once I'm done, I can hit submit question, and I see the notification that the article has been added to the MongoDB and it is now in a pending status. You'll notice that when I type in Barney now, the knowledge is still not here. Why is that? Because the article has not yet been indexed. So it is not searchable. To add it to the list of indexed articles, we'll click Review Submissions, which is basically a screen with all the submitted questions from all users. I can see the submission on the top, the one that I just submitted, and I can click Review to either add it to the knowledge base or discard it by rejecting it. A very similar screen to the Submit and Modify question screens. If I'm happy with this answer and I want to add it to the knowledge base, I can hit Update and Improve Question. By rejecting it, the question gets rejected and gets marked as rejected in the MongoDB. The question is now added to the knowledge base, and we can search it readily. Just a quick note. All these submitted questions are questions that were marked as pending, so questions that were submitted by users but haven't been reviewed yet. To go back to the knowledge base, I can just click LTS knowledge base up at the top, and now if I search for Barney, it's already showing up in our results. If I click it, that's what Barney looks like, if you're wondering. So as you can see, the process of adding an article to the knowledge base and having it ready to be searched is fast, along with the search itself, which is also very fast. The search was inspired by Google search, so all the articles get pulled from the MongoDB, get indexed, and then are sitting on the knowledge base. So the index is sitting on the server to be searched against. Every time I type something in here, this phrase, whatever's in here, gets sent to the server via an AJAX call, and then on the server side, the server computes takes this keyword and computes a similarity score between each article on the server with the keyword, and then sends back the top hits with the actual articles along with the actual score, and that's how we get the ordering. So the ordering is based off of highest to lowest score match. So if I were to do course copy, we see 16 results, and these are all based off of the highest match. The last option we have here is add users. Once we click it, this is how we can add new users to the database. I'm just going to add to the knowledge base. I'm just going to add another one of my emails here to show you what that process looks like. Once I hit create user, we get an alert saying that the user was successfully added. This can give us a few different errors too. If the user is already added to the knowledge base, it'll tell us that the user already exists. If the initiation email wasn't sent right, it'll tell us all that information. Once I hit OK, it'll ask me if I want to add another user. I can say no or yes. In this case, I don't want to, and if I click no, I'll go back to the knowledge base. Now I can log out from here as the super user and show you what the regular user sees. So if I switch over to my email, alright, so if I refresh my email, up at the top I see the initiation email, and by clicking on it, I'll see the contents of the email. It tells me, hello Shabazz Khan, you've been added to the knowledge base, and it's asking me to reset my password by clicking the forget link option. Now every time a new user is added to the knowledge base, a random password gets created, encrypted, and then stored in the MySQL database. This ensures that no one is able to see what the password is, and no one can access the account without updating the password first. So if I click this, it will take me to the knowledge base. I can hit forget password to update the password. Now, that was the email that we were using. I can click reset password, and this will tell me that a reset link has been sent to my email. So what I can do next is switch over to my email and see the password reset link. So up at the top here, it's telling me the password reset link, and it's just giving me a very basic, straightforward link to reset my password. Once I click here, I'm taken back to the knowledge base with a place to update my password. As you can see, the actual email field is locked, so there's no way to update this. The only thing I can do is put in a new password as per the password criteria. Right now it's very lenient. All we need is a letter, a number, and at least it's at least 8 characters. Once I click submit new password, alright, so once I click submit new password, the password, we get a message saying that the password was successfully updated. When I hit OK, now I can log in as the regular user. So let's use that email. Sign in. As you can see, now I have access to the knowledge base. I have access to the same knowledge that anyone else does, but as you will notice, the edit button is no longer here because regular users don't have access to edit articles. All they can do is submit new articles. Now once they're done using it, they can log out of the application, or they don't have to. The token gets updated every time they access a new screen. They add on an hour, so the token would expire in an hour if it was no longer being used. But once we hit log out, the token gets effectively destroyed and is no longer accessible. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.